Hi, this is Godfrey, your mentor and the coach for the Candidate Fast Track online training. Our goal is simple. We help candidate engineers, technologists, and technicians to successfully complete the TERs, the TEOs, and the engineering report within the space of 6 weeks without being confused and wasting time. Okay. Now, people have sent me questions, to say we want help. We don't understand the new registration system. It's confusing. We don't know what to put in the report. We don't know, how to work around it. So we've developed this system with the 9 steps, okay, with all the 3 phases that will take you from being a candidate to becoming a professional. Okay, our really main hot steps, as we call it, is step number 5. We will show you how to align your experience with all the outcome and how to document the content of the report, the things that you need to look for in order to write a proper report. And then also step number 8, which is how to prepare for the interview. Okay, so this is just a simple system we've created, and it has been working very well with those that we have worked with. As you go, if you go to our LinkedIn profile and type my name, Godfrey Mongwe, and you'll see people that have came through us. We coach them. Some of them, they've done the report before and they didn't succeed, and they will say, look, this is what X is saying. They said I must get a mentor. I didn't cover this outcome and this outcome. So they gave them 12 months, as they call it, abeyance period. So we come and look at that, and then we look at their previous report, and then we can give them a quick summary to say, these are the things that you are lacking, these are the things you need to make sure you cover. And then once you've done that, you can come back, we will show you and then coach you how to do the report. So I just want to give a little of training on especially the question that comes. People say, how do I then write the content that will help me to cover, let's say, outcome number 1, as you can see, how to define an engineering problem. So the first step is you need to have a meeting with the client. So if the client has got a problem, let's go client A, it's got an engineering problem, or it's a new project, or it's a refab project. The first thing is the meeting. You need to sit down with the client and understand what are the client requirements. And during that meeting, you will receive a brief from the client, and you take that brief. You need to read the brief to understand what are the client's requirements with regard to the problem that it's wanted, that needs to be resolved or to be solved. Okay. And the third thing, obviously, once you understand the brief, you've got the concepts, you need to go to site to do the investigation or to inspect and go and see this thing literally. One thing that I've learned in my career is don't take what the client tells you in the face value. You've got to go and look for yourself. Okay, go gather information, go collect information. All right, so that you are able to sit down and go through it and analyze it and review the information, as with reference to what the brief is saying, so that you are able to get the full picture of what is happening. The fourth thing then is to do the research, talk to people that have had similar problems, and go and research and read their papers if there's a paper on that. Talk to suppliers that are dealing with those kind of problems. Talk to experts that are dealing with those kind of problems. So this is part of the research. You need to find the information. Then once you found the information, the next step then, you must put your site findings report. You must put your report with recommendation and with a bit of detail, so that you can go back to the client and sit and say, Mr. Client, according to the brief, this is the problem you assume to be. Based on my investigation and my research, this is what I found, and then this is how I'm going to put a solution together so that we are able to solve your problem. And there are 6 things that you need to take into account when you solve the problem. Okay. Number 1, the scope of work needs to be detailed, needs to be clear, okay, for the client to understand how are you going to deal with this. The second thing is the timeline. How long is it going to take you to solve the problem? Okay, some problems takes 2 months, some problem takes 3 months, some problems takes a year, some problems take 2 years, depending, how big is the problem. And the third thing is the budget. How much is going to cost you to solve this problem? So if you go and put your site report, your site findings to the client, you must make sure these things are into place, so that the client has a full detail of what is happening and how these things are going to be dealt with. The other three important factors, it's your resources. You need to make sure you have the right skilled people um, working on that problem, okay, the right equipment that you're going to use to solve the problem. The fifth thing then is your quality requirements. Okay, you need to put together processes and systems that you're going to implement in order to help you to solve this particular problem. And the last thing are the risks. Okay, you need to mention, say, these are the risks we've identified, and this is how we've put the mitigation plan. This is how we're going to deal with this risk. So these are the six fundamental things, when you deal with defining what the problem is. So this is important as a candidate, that when you start writing a report, you sit down, you think, about what you are writing, the content, the details of the content, and the things that actually will demonstrate your competency as a person. But this is just a quick sketch just to show you. So if you want to know more, we've put together a webinar that you can go through it, and then you can listen to it, and then we have given some training on it. You can see what we do, how we can help you to actually be able to write your report in a way that it will allow you to able to write a proper report. Or otherwise, you can drop us in email at info@Inega Holdings. If you've got any questions, let us know, or you can send us an email through our LinkedIn profile, and we'll be very, very happy to assist you. That's why we're here. That's what we live for, just to help people. We love coaching, we love helping, because in my career, I was coached, I was helped to be where I am today. So I'm looking forward to working with you soon. Cheers.